What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Uriel NBA video. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about why I think the Detroit Pistons are the team that should trade for Bradley Beal and probably are going to trade for Bradley Beal, and why I think Bradley Beal is the best fit for the Pistons. But before the video starts, please like and subscribe and turn on the post notifications. That would be really appreciated. Comment down below what you think about Bradley Beal going to the Detroit Pistons in a trade. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Bradley Beal has been in trade rumors for a long time now because the Wizards are looking to start a rebuild and trade away Bradley Beal. There are many teams rumored to have interest in trading for Bradley Beal, but I think the Detroit Pistons are going to be the ones to actually make the trade for him. I think the trade will look something like this. The Wizards get Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard, Sekou Doumbouya, and the Pistons 2020, 2022, and 2024 first round draft picks, and the rights to swap picks with Detroit in 2023. This trade makes sense for everyone. It makes sense for the Pistons because it will give them an all-star to pair next to Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, and Derrick Rose. A big three of Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, and Bradley Beal will definitely be a good team in the East. And the trade also makes sense for the Wizards because they'll get some picks and young players in return for Bradley Beal, and they could just start a rebuild. There also were many reports and rumors of the Pistons having some interest in Beal, so yeah, I think they just are going to trade for him. Now let's talk about Beal's fit with the Pistons. I think he'll be a perfect fit for the Detroit Pistons because they need a solid shooting guard and a solid and consistent scoring option, and that's what Bradley Beal is. Bradley Beal averaged 25 points per game, 5.5 assists, 1.5 steals, and 5 rebounds per game last year. He can also space the floor for Drummond and Blake Griffin as he shot 35% from 3 on 7 attempts per game last season. He also shot 45% from the field and 80% from the free throw line last season. Also, what makes Bradley Beal an elite player in this league is that he has the ability to create his own shot and just create a lot of points for himself, which would be really valuable for the Pistons. He can also create buckets for his teammates as he averaged 5 assists last season. Also, Beal will definitely take some of the scoring load off of Blake Griffin. Him and Blake Griffin can score from the inside and out. But what I like the most about Bradley Beal's game is his ability to play in crunch time and take over games in the final minutes. For instance, last year the Pistons only really had Blake Griffin to give them quick buckets down the stretch last season, but if they trade for Bradley Beal, he can definitely win them some games in the last minutes of regulation. So all in all, I think Beal would be a great piece for the Pistons, and he would just be the piece that the Pistons are looking for. Also, let's be honest, the Pistons are stuck in the middle of the NBA right now, and what I mean by that is that the Pistons are too good to get a lottery pick, but they're not good enough to contend for a championship, and adding a player like Bradley Beal can turn them into a contender. Not to mention the Eastern Conference is wide open right now because Kawhi Leonard went to the West and KD is not going to play next season for the Nets, so the East is wide open as of right now. The main teams that are going to contend in the East next year are the Celtics, who just added Kemba Walker, the Sixers, who have Horford, Embiid, Tobias Harris, and Ben Simmons, the Raptors, but like I said, they lost Kawhi. Also the Bucks with Giannis, but they did lose Malcolm Brogdon in free agency. Also the Nets will contend, but they don't have KD. And maybe the Pacers will contend, but those are the only teams that I think will contend for a championship in the Eastern Conference next year. And if the Pistons trade for Bradley Beal, I think the talent level will definitely be on par with some of those teams. So yeah, those are the teams that the Pistons will have to go through to get to the finals. And I think a lineup of Derrick Rose at the 1, Bradley Beal at the 2, a guy like Tony Snell or Markieff Morris at the 3, Blake Griffin at the 4, and Drummond at the 5. I personally think that if everything works out, this Pistons team definitely can make a run for the finals. I mean, it would be tough, obviously it would be tough, but I think it's more possible than you think. So all in all, I personally think that the Pistons are the best landing spot for Bradley Beal. I think Bradley Beal will end up in Detroit. And yeah, so I think he would just be a really good piece for the Pistons. But that's going to be all for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Please tell me what you thought about this video in the comment section below. And please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.